Welcome, my Tauruses, to your 2024 reading for the year ahead. It's a pleasure to have you here. Before we start, a few things. I want to give credit to the tarot lady for the New Year forecast spread that I'm using, which is just the tarot layout. I'll be adding a few more details. In brief, we're going to be looking at the summary of the year 2023, your career, finances, love, family and friends, and spirituality outlook, as well as quarter 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we're going through every 3 months. Then we're going to look at the biggest obstacle you'll face, how to tackle that obstacle, an overview of the year ahead, and we'll pluck some oracles to take a look at additional messages relating to your soul path, self-care, and guidance from your spirit animals, I should say, archangels and Archangel Michael. Also, too, if you're interested in entering the December drawing I'm running for an opportunity to win a complimentary 60-minute personal reading with me, that's tarot oracle reading live in a video format, drop your favorite animal down below. No pressure. You don't have to do anything if you don't want to participate. Just ignore this. At the end of in the beginning of January, I will announce the winner in a post and in a weekly forecast video. Other than that, let's get started. What I'm going to do is get your tarot spread out first, and we'll dive into each of those areas. Okay. So let's take a look now. We're going to take a look at the year ahead. Let's look at 2023. We got 3 of coins, Pentacle energy, Earth, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. I feel like 2023 for my Scorpios was about coming together as well as it was undoing or uncoming apart. I feel like 2023 had the energy of support. Resting, finding, being part of that support network, or finding people to support. This has to do with emotional safety. Even though with the coins, this could relate to professional collaboration, I feel that it has to do with emotional safety more than anything. I feel like there's an energy of leaning on others. I'm hearing that song, Lean on Me. Lean on me when you're not strong. I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on. Some of you relied on your, we'll just say relationships, connections, but support system. It can simply mean people at work, but I feel it gets more extended, especially an emotional aspect here. There's a coming together, because 3 of coins signifies teamwork, collaboration. It could be friendship as well, but there's an investment quality here and an emotional trust too. So you trust these people, and I feel like it's almost like creating your own little bubble or relying on your own little bubble, like taking the big world and making it smaller. I feel like you may have retreated into that smaller bubble. So your closest people were a big part of your life in 2023. What's interesting here is that I'm getting, because there's something coming through about creativity and expression. And we see the peacock feathers here, which to me, when I see peacocks, it always makes me think flamboyant. But there's something here about like coming behind the curtains. Some of you may have not put yourself out there in the way to be seen and prefer to stay more in the background. So I get the energy of retreating. Again, I keep getting that nest, because you have your larger world, right? When you get out and walk out of the door, you're interacting with the world and with people and other energies. But I feel for 2023, my Scorpios created their own bubble, and you guys went and stayed within that little world. It's like a protective bubble. I feel like that had allowed you, excuse me, I'm saying this all wrong. I feel like that energy really allowed you to express yourself in a different way. You know, when you get into a room where you have to do some type of presentation in front of a lot of people, you can get a lot of different energies. It can be nerve wracking, it can make you feel anxious. But then when you do it in front of people you trust, it feels different. You kind of just calm down and you just do it. Sometimes people have the opposite reaction too. But I'm sensing here that the way that you bubbled, the way that you stayed in 2023, it really allowed to nurture the way that you express. So some of you may have, this could be work related too, may have joined different communities, groups, or different events that allowed you to nurture this way of expressing that made you feel more at home, more comfortable. People often think that in order to grow, you have to expand outwardly. Sometimes growth happens first by going inwards. I'm thinking in my head, what's the opposite of expanding? Contracting. Going within, like shrinking, but not shrinking your light or any of that. It's like, okay, I'm going to go within and take time to do, it's akin to doing maybe a silent retreat or something meditation or just being with yourself. But it's that type of energy that I'm getting in 2023. I feel like you may have kept the amount of energy that you interacted with small. You just focused on the key energies, the people that matter the most, that helped you. Because there's a story here that I'm hearing about weaving this initial start that's going to help in 2024. I'm hearing that song, One is the Loneliest Number That I've Ever Seen. Hold on, I have my computer here. I want to share with you the song because I'm hearing it. One is the loneliest number that I've ever seen. Two is the saddest experience I've ever known. I'm just typing the song. Okay, the song, Three Dog Night. One is the loneliest number. The lyric, one is the loneliest number that you'll ever do. Two can be as bad as one. It's the loneliest number since the number one. No is the saddest experience you'll ever know. Yes is the saddest experience you'll ever know. It's just no good since you went away. Now I spend my time just making up rhymes of yesterday. One is the loneliest number. There's something about that song. I feel like some of you retracted. It's almost like, how do I explain this? It's almost like when a virus comes through and ripples through a community and you don't know who has the virus. And then slowly you start finding out who has the virus. And you're like, okay, that person's safe. I won't get sick. Or they're not a zombie. It's that energy where I feel like you in 2023 were really careful who you gave your energy to in your time. And it was really important to you because I feel like that affected you dramatically. It's almost like your world shrunk, but you still existed in the bigger world and you kept it that way on purpose. I feel like it had to do with cultivating emotional safety. There's an energy of healing coming through, and also because it allowed you to reformulate, reformat, revise, redo, upgrade the way you express. We're going to see what else. What else do my Scorpios need to know, please, with the Three of Coins? Sometimes I'm hearing sometimes less is more. So 2023, some other people you may have known were all going out and about, doing new things, etc. I feel like many of you went into your bubble, but you came out reborn. So additional card, Three of Coins. We got 10 of Pentacles. Family, look. 2023 was about almost re-identifying or redefining what your foundation looked like and felt like in connection with values. So many folks, perhaps this is the tail end of the nodal points when they were in Taurus, Scorpio. And Scorpios, you felt this. There was a lot of redoing, well, letting go and then upgrading and reestablishing, but a lot of letting go of the old. So I'm sensing here, like family was of importance, defining who family meant to you. And there's something about how you spend your time because it's not just with anyone anymore. You want to make big investments in the people that matter most, which again speaks of quality over quantity. Similar themes that have come up with several signs about this. It's as if the world gives you three coins, maybe akin to three wishes with Aladdin. And you got to think about who you want to give those coins to. That's the energy I'm feeling. You guys were selected in 2023. You want to build. I feel like what you experienced in 2023, almost in a like a little bubble, you could say your own experiment. I feel like that's allowing you to put it into practice in the real world in a more expansive way, to build, to create the life that you want. Sometimes when you experience something life changing or something that has shifted, um, you go within for a while and you ask, like, what is the meaning of my life? It really causes you to reflect. It really asks you a lot of questions about where you are in your life. Do you want to continue going down the same path? Is there anything you want to change? Anything that feels off? Because you want to live life meaningfully. I just did Taurus's 2024 year ahead reading, and they had a similar theme surrounded around loss and death. And I feel something similar with you guys. If there was something big in your life that happened that really caused you to think, because I'm getting all these life questions, existential questions, like the meaning of life. Why am I here? What's the purpose? And almost finding out. It happens a lot with folks that have an experience health diagnoses when they find out they're sick. It makes you realize what's important and what's not in your life. And that's the energy I felt for 2023. And it's helping you in 2024 realize those in a tangible way, because it's allowed you to really figure out who and what is meaningful to you, where and with whom you want to invest your time and energy, and how you want to move forward. Some of you, this speaks directly to your family. You're wanting to grow your family, grow your community, but also grow your roots. There's a focus on family that I'm sensing here. Okay, let's take a look at your first card. Let me close this. Okay. We got your career outlook, Ace of Swords. Some of you are going to be sharing and expressing through teaching, through writing, through talking in some big way. It's going to shift. Oh, shoot. Sorry. My water bottle almost crashed into my candle and I had a freak out moment. I mentioned this earlier that something about the way you express yourself changed in 2023. And I feel like in 2024, it's almost like a coming out. And you may feel like you're going to unveil yourself in a different way or do something differently. So if you're someone maybe that did examples like blog or writing, maybe you're going to use a new platform or blog a different way or start podcasting or show your face. There's an energy here of expressing yourself big time and sharing with the world, because this is the big gun, the big one, I should say. The Ace of Swords is, I'm going to speak my truth. I'm going to share my truth. Some of this could be biographical in nature, like a memoir that you may bring alive through storytelling, excuse me, through sharing of your experiences and what happened in 2023, especially as it related to family, what it means for you, what it looks like. There's major growth here because it has to do completely with the way you express and communicate yourself. It's almost like you've created, the best way I can translate this energy that I'm receiving is when you create your own degree and your own way of learning. And only you can do it. That's what I'm getting. So the way that you are presenting yourself in 2024, I feel it's a very renewed energy. It's sharp, but it's kind. It's bold, but it's endearing. There's something of a duality here. It just feels very different than what you've done before, and there could be an element of being a little bit scared. But this is big because your presence and the way you're going to relate this is really going to change the path of your career. It's as if you're someone that's always been quiet in meetings, it's like a new leaf is turning and you're speaking up and expressing yourself. Because this is imparting and sharing with the world not only your wisdom, your intellect, but also your creative ideas that are coming through by the way that you show others how to do things: mentorship, writing, speaking, talking, lecturing, teaching, educating, facilitating. This is all changing for you, and it's going to have a profound impact on your career. It's going to make you, people are going to see you in a new light. I heard it's going to make you be seen. What else do we need to know about the Ace of Swords for my Scorpios? Excuse me. Queen of Pentacles. Look at this. Taurus energy. Beautiful energy. You guys are like, whatever you experienced in 2023, perhaps it was like a time out to redefine, redo things, reflect, and just go with things. And I feel like 2024, you're coming out a new way of being. There's greater confidence that I'm sensing here in your career. You see, she's holding on to the pentacle. She's like, I know my worth. Some of you in 2024 are going to really display that in your work, in your career, and that's going to help you be seen and get you noticed. I wouldn't be surprised, because this is the energy too of promotion. For those of you that work for others, of getting promoted, especially by the way you communicate. Some of you may change your careers in an area or to an area that allows you to communicate more of what you want to share. Not just, okay, guys, I'm going to read and tell you about the news type of thing. No, this is communicating and sharing part of yourself. I keep getting memoir. So it could be part of what you went, parts of your family, your genealogy, whatever it is. There's something here that's going to impart wisdom and help others on their guide. This is a major level up energy in your career. Some of you are going to strike out on your own as well with this energy, create your own business, or simply start amplifying the way you're seen. So if you weren't seen before or really a strong presence, your branding could shift so that you are central focal point. You are a central focal point. This is someone who, even if you may not want to be seen, you will be seen. But people are realizing that what you have to say, they're like, wow, it's quality. It's not just, you're not just reading off like the box of cereal. It's deep, it's quality, and I feel like it has to do with, it's connecting to life, everyday life, and how people can learn. It could be about healing, it could be about family, it could be about stabilizing oneself or expressing in a different way. New opportunities coming for those of you that are looking for jobs. Big time. This speaks to also nurturing yourself. The more that you nurture yourself, the better prospect for your career, job, or work, right? It's the energy that we bring. And the energy that you're bringing is of the highest quality here. You're taking care of yourself. You know your value and your worth. Many of you, I feel, are going to demand that reciprocation, not in a bossy way, but you're going to let people know, hey, this is my value. I've been here XYZ years or months, and I feel like I am ready to go to the next level. For those of you, like I mentioned, looking for a job, I feel like big opportunities are coming that are going to compensate you very well. But remember, it's the energy we put out too. So this is also speaking to me for your career, to really incorporate and take care of yourself, a self-care practice. And this could be as simple as making sure that you eat well, you hydrate yourself well, take time to connect to yourself, your divine channel, source, God, wisdom, whatever you call it. Also, taking care of your body and making sure you feel good. Because searching for a job is a full-time job in itself as well. Because that energy that you're putting out is going to help you attract the same energy. I get a big increase in wealth as well. Let's go to your money. For your finances, we got Page of Swords. More sword energy here. Your career and your finances are tied together, especially with self-care and how you nurture yourself. The more you take care of yourself, the more, this is a feminine energy, the more you allow yourself to receive, also resting and connecting to your spiritual intuitive practice, listening to yourself, not forcing anything. You're going to reap that. For your finances, for the Page of Swords, this is connected to communication. I keep hearing something about banking. I feel like your financial outlook is going to be good. It's positive. I feel like you're going to do more digging, more information about how to increase it. So different ways, because the ways you've been trying to increase your money, maybe it's leveled out or it's hit its threshold, or it's not the way you want to continue anymore. For example, some of you may look into different forms of investment, or you may start or want to learn how to start investing, or you may look at other areas to bring in additional income sources or streams or supplement your main income in some way. But there's something here about learning. Some of you are also simply learning about finances or a particular area of your finances, retirement, right? Or health, whatever as it relates to your money. But I feel like there's an overall knowledge up-leveling when it comes to your finances, because you're wanting to try something new. And it has to do with, again, it's connected to what I said here about the career. Some of you, I feel like you're going to get major inspiration by connecting to books, because I'm seeing a lot of books and literary resources, but I heard banking. So it could be a mentor or some type of person that works at a banking institute, a bank, or someone that deals with money. It could be maybe a guide, a coach, someone you know at your bank that could help you. There's something here that you're gaining new knowledge about how to work with your money and how to level it up. And it's going to come from communicating through these different resources I mentioned. What else? Some of you simply also need to learn and take the leap on learning in different areas, especially areas that you may have felt intimidated by. Let's see what else we need to know. One card fell. Three of Pentacles, which is the same card that came out for the 2023 summary. It's some of you I see in 2024 joining some type, it could be a mindset, mastermind group, support group, accountability group, or simply connecting with others that do this, they're going to help you come up. This is like fresh energy. It's like, okay, I've already transferred my money to a CD or a high interest account, savings account, or I already did this or that, and I'm looking for something different. I want to learn deeper, more deeply, I should say, how to invest so that my money works for me. By connecting with others, you're going to learn more. So I feel like if any of you have been wanting to take a course, a class, maybe a meetup group or an Eventbrite group where you connect with others, you're going to get that support and that inspiration in 2024. For some of you, this is spiritual, so connecting with your guides too on your money matters and receiving that information. Get that with the little bird. For many of you, it's going to be connecting with people you trust, because you're not going to talk about your money just around anyone. You want to make sure you trust them and that they also have what it is that you desire. So it's not just, you're not going to just talk to someone who's struggling with money, for example, when you want to elevate. There's that main message coming through here. These folks have to either be higher than you are in terms of the money so they can show you and they know from their wisdom, because I feel like that's going to give you more trust. It's like someone telling you this is how you run a marathon and they never ran a marathon in their life, and you're like, yeah. So again, I feel like some of these people that you've cultivated connections with in 2023 will be key to helping you. These could be people from your workplace as well. Okay, let's take a look at your finances. Oh, wait, we did career, finances, love. Excuse me. Two of Coins. You've got a crap load of Pentacles. Again, more Pentacles. Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. If any of you have felt like your love life was just not happening, I feel like you're going to see things stabilize. But what I'm also sensing too is making sure you have room. It's one thing to say, yes, I want to date, or I want to nurture this relationship or this or that. But there's something about getting clear on your objectives, your values here. And let me break it down for each one of you. Because for singles, what I'm getting right away is some of you are wanting a relationship, wanting to partner up, but you may not be making room in your life. So there could be a confliction with some of the values that you have for whatever reason. You could be busy wrapping things up. You could be busy with work or whatever. So clarify what it is you want and what you desired. What does time commitment look like? What does this relationship look like? Because there's something that has to come, excuse me, sorry for the movement. There's something that has to come into harmony here. And it could also speak to with your values. Some of you may be feeling like you're not good enough. Or folks that you are entertaining may display that to you, especially with this card. But I also feel like, because our finances and love life are very much related, I also feel like this speaks to making sure you continue to invest in yourself while you're dating. If some of you get consumed for any reason by another person when they come into your life, there's something that's causing an imbalance here. And it's reminding you, you matter too. You have to continue mattering in a container, in a relationship with another person. You got to remember what it is that makes you you, what you love doing, and what your values are. Clarity is important here. I do feel like relationships will improve, and I'm going to pull a card for each group. Will improve for single folks, but it's important that you delineate too, realistically, what you desire, because that's where I feel like there's some odds here in 2024. For those in connections, I feel like things are harmonizing in 2024, and there's a stabilizing energy here, which is positive. If any of you, especially those in relationships already, have felt like things have been off or things haven't been growing, or you just have felt like something was off, I feel like it's stabilizing in 2024. It may stay balanced for that year. I also get some of you that are in relationships are staying together just for money, just maybe to keep expenses low, just for practical reasons. I'm getting that right away. You're going to know, because this energy it's pretty practical. It's not always like a favorite for love readings, but what I'm getting here is for that message coming through, some of you are staying together just for that reason. So there's something to think there, because I feel like some of you want more. And again, I'll pull more cards. For those of you that don't want love, I feel like you're going to be working on yourself and finding ways to bring that into harmony, into fruition, especially. There's something here about learning and starting to invest in yourself in a different way in 2024. And this is just one element of self-love. For any of you that want to remain single in 2024, I'm getting that you're going to engage or do some type of review process or reflection process where you're looking over everything and seeing why things have repeated themselves, or at least you're getting or exploring the root of why things have happened the way they did in your relationships. Because I feel like there's an inner work element here that you want to explore that's going to help level you up for when you are ready, if you do want to explore relationships or partnerships in the future. Okay, can we pull a card for my singles? Anything else my singles need to know for their love life, please? The Fool, Aries energy. Interesting. Aries is also co-ruled by Mars. Some of you are being asked to put yourself out there. I get a little bit, like I mentioned, why you have to clarify what it is you truly desire in a relationship and what you want, and clarify, making sure that you have time for that too, because I've seen this a lot. People are like, I'm ready for love, or I value my family, yet they continue working, or they're working long hours. So I'm like, well, where's the love gonna fit? So there's an energy here of making sure you don't, I'm hearing whittle waddle. I don't know what that means, but make sure that you're clear and you're not going back and forth, because you're being asked to put yourself out there in a new way. Go out there, make yourself known. Some of you are playing it safe with the pentacle energy. Some of you singles I'm speaking to have been doing the same things over and over because it feels safe. So you may be hitting up the same spots, you may be approaching it the same way, but you're being asked to do something different. Shake things up. Maybe if you've tried online dating, get yourself out there. Try a different app. Go to new places in person. Join a new club. Do something different that's going to shift the energy, because I feel like that's what's needed. Some of you just need to expand your horizons a little bit more. This is, Aries is a youthful energy, right? And this is the energy of also trying new things. When you're little, you tend to try a lot of new things. And it's easier. You just say, okay, yes, it's that. So singles, I would suggest trying something new. For those in relationships, what messages does the universe have for those in relationships? 7 of Cups, more water, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. Wow. Some of you may be dealing with more than one person, or I don't know if it's you or the person you're in a relationship with that has stepped out, or this could also signify other commitments. I feel for the vast majority of you, your relationship, there's an existing relationship, but it's like both of you have your own world. Doesn't matter if you live together or you don't, but this is for committed people that are in established relationships, I should say. Committed could be relative. I feel like you guys may be living your own lives in a way where you have a lot of energies that you're devoted to, which may mean that the relationship itself may not be getting the attention it needs. So be careful of that for those of you that are in relationships where you have a lot that you're juggling, unless it's the type of relationship that you both delineated and you're fine with it and you like it. Because I feel like there's a lot of options in terms of where the energy can go in 2024. I also get the energy some of you want to explore other options, other relationships. Because like I mentioned with this already, this energy is a pretty stabilizing energy for those in connection. So for any of you that are just in connection because you are doing it for practical reasons, or you're used to it, or you've just gotten comfortable, but your heart's not in it, because this energy is not particularly one that's, we're going to change things up. No. So I'm sensing this energy of looking at other options. Can we clarify the 7 of Cups, please? Ooh. 3 of Wands. Some of you are deciding whether or not you want to stay in this relationship in 2024. Whether it's through the connection through friends, family, or simply life in your everyday, I feel like many of you are being drawn more and more to a connection, to a type of relationship that has less options. In other words, where both people put more effort and attention and energy on each other. Because I'm feeling here, for those that are in a connection, remember this won't speak to everyone. There's something missing here, because the Pentacles, it doesn't have the emotional part. It's very practical, I keep getting. And here we got 7 of Cups. Some of you are looking for a deeper emotional connection with your partner. And here with this energy, it's like, do I stay or do I go? So this may necessitate, I would suggest for anyone that feels like they're in this type of dynamic, to get clear with what you want. to express it with your partner and see if things change. Give yourself some type of deadline. And if things don't, maybe consider couples counseling, a therapy, working with someone, or talking through this process with that other person, because I'm sensing you guys want something more. That's why I'm saying it's important to give yourself deadlines, because otherwise there's a potential for you, or it could be the other person too, to step outside of the container. But if that's an agreement, that's part of the container, the relationship, well then, there you go. Let's get a final card, please, for my Scorpios that do not want to be in a relationship. Four of Cups. Yeah, this is the energy that I was talking about reviewing for you guys. I feel like you're going to deep dive. Some of you have left relationships and you're like, I don't want to be in one again, because you are wanting to dig through, clean out, and change some belief systems so things don't keep repeating. And others of you simply want to explore this aspect of yourself to level up and feel your best before you attract someone into your life or even bring anyone into your life. So there's an element here of really reviewing what didn't go so well, what didn't make the relationship, continue, what happened on my end and what happened on their end. It's like a complete revision so you can take stock, almost like an inventory of what went wrong, what went well, what you appreciated, so that you can glean and carry it forward, and also address anything that is repeating. Okay, let's continue on. For your family friends outlook, we have the Page of Cups. Connection. Scorpios, you guys want connection. Emotional connection. I feel like with the Page of Cups, you're opening up more. And I feel like this is just the first step. Some of you want to connect deeper with your friends and family in 2024. And that could mean different things. It came up for a couple signs so far. It could mean making sure you regularly see them or meet up with them, like a weekly family night or date night or pizza night, that kind of thing, like family date night, where obviously you pick a date and a time and you do something together, or game night or something like that. But there's something here about feeding and nurturing that and wanting something closer to them. And it doesn't have to be like the entire family, but it could be people that are living near you, friends that are near you, making sure there's some consistency and regularity in seeing them. I feel like you're going to be the one to coordinate this or ask and be like, hey, I'd love to talk with you more on a regular basis. Do you think we could do a monthly check-in, maybe by video, just to see how things are going? So I feel like that's nurturing, that's continuing. I have that energy too for the love area. Emotional connection is important to you. I feel like the emotional connection is important to you because that's what helps you feel safe. And that's how you learn to trust. Anything else my Scorpios need to know for their family and friends? You got a lot of pentacle energies. Look, you got Two of Pentacles again. This was your main card for love, and you got it clarifying for your family and friends. Make sure you don't overcommit. Make sure that you do things that are, again, aligned to your values, that feel good. Make sure you show up. Perhaps that's why we have a Page of Cups and not an Ace of Cups here. You may be testing the waters and you're like, okay, maybe in the past I haven't shown up or I haven't followed through, but maybe if I can commit to once a month with my friends, we can do this. Because there's something here about consistency that's coming forth. Some of you are really wanting to connect with people emotionally, but it's important to follow through on that too, because what you receive out of it is also what you give too. So it's a two-way street here that I'm sensing. I also feel like when you do this, the energy that you put into it will multiply. So there's going to be a profound ripple with your friends and family by initiating greater emotional intimacy with them, greater closeness, and finding ways to connect with them that feels good to you, because it's going to build trust. It's going to build closeness. I feel like that's what you want. You just have to make sure that you can fit it in your life in a very practical way too. Let's take a look at your spirituality. You know what? I feel like I'm missing a card. I have one. Okay, I'm not. We have 6 of Cups. Look at this. This is water. Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Strong inner child, but I get strong past life energy. I feel like for your spiritual, some of you are connecting. I'm getting several things in dreams. First, I'm getting dreams where many of you are getting visitations from people that have passed away. There's a strong connection to death, to people who have passed on in this world. So you're connecting to people in dream states. Some of you, you're getting visitations from people. Some of you, there's a past reference, a past energy reference. So some of you are connecting to different modalities dealing with the past life, Akasha records. What is it? Quantum healing, different forms of healing across different dimensions, past, present, future. Regressive therapies. I'm feeling this connection strongly. I feel like you're going to hone that, not just for yourself, but greater connection to yourself, to the divine, and to your ancestors. There's something here that's connecting you. I feel like that's going to help you with your emotions and with your relationships. 6 of Cups is an energy of giving and receiving as well. I feel like some of you are overcoming that. How do I explain it? Some of you may have not experienced what it was like, what equal give and take was like. And you may have had people that promised you things but never delivered. And I feel like some of you may have protected yourself by never over giving or over delivering. So it's the opposite of what most people have. So this may only connect with a few Scorpios, but it's coming through. So sometimes people overgive so other people can like them, right? But I feel like you withhold so you can see who you can trust, who's really there for you. Because I feel like the folks that I'm connecting to, people didn't deliver or follow through on their promise. That's where I got some of the inconsistencies here with the friends and family energy that I mentioned. So that could be something that's coming up for you to heal and connecting spiritually. I also get to, you're going to connect to a past life friend. It could be in the form of a guide or a teacher, and spiritual as well. But it's almost like you found a counterpart that gets you spiritually. And it could be someone that you simply cultivate that level of development and growth with in this area of your life. I'm not getting anything romantic. So for some, this could be an actual person. It could be an energy, in another past life dimension. It could be a resource as well that's allowing you to connect to this part of who you are. But I get complete nourishment. I get a strengthening here with the 6 of Cups. There's an equal exchange here. Because Scorpios, more than anyone, I feel like you all know, the more you give, the more you get back. It's just a basic universal law. And that's the same way it's going to go with your spirituality. The more you tend to it, like a garden, it'll grow, right? Some of you have I keep getting an ancestor. I'm hearing guided by the light. I'm like, that sounds like a Lifetime movie. I have right now, I'm sensing and seeing a male. It looks like a grandfather, but it's relative. It could be a father figure, but I'm just getting grandfather energy. It has like a beard, white grayish peppered, very nurturing energy. The kind that gives like big warm hugs. You feel safe around them. I feel like it's an ancestor coming through for someone. There's a strong theme with your spirituality about connecting to your past to understand your present and to heal all of it. Anything else my Scorpios need to know, please, for their spirituality? 8 of Wands. Put in the time. Don't be afraid to put in that energy to dedicate to that area, because you're going to get a lot out of it. I feel like it's connected to in many other parts of your life where the information you get will assist you as well. It's that energy flows where attention goes type of energy that I'm receiving through here. I'm also getting as well in 2024, some of you have a lot of power. I'm getting access, like a remote control. You can access other places, other times, other dimensions. You have a lot of power over this than you realize. There's someone coming through again. Could be an ancestor, some type of guide, or someone part of your spiritual team that is helping you hone this gift. Because sometimes when we have so much power, it's akin to riding, it's like being on a horse or in a race car. And I've never been in one, but I know they have high horsepower. You press the pedal and that sucker goes. Where you have a horse that's powerful and he just flies and you're like shit and you fall off the horse. It's that energy here where you have so much power at your disposal. Sometimes you're like, how do I handle this? I feel like there's a guide coming through for you in 2024 that's going to help you. That's going to help you learn how to channel this, learn how to like hold this power in a way that feels good and not intimidated or scared, and with greater confidence. Essentially, like learn to use it and learn how to live with it in a very practical way here. Let's take a look at the first quarter, January, February, and March. We have the Five of Swords, Air, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. I heard, why are you so sad? I'm hearing that song by Aerosmith, Fly Away From Here. There's a sadness here. I feel like there's something that you're detoxing or leaving behind. I feel like this has to do with someone. For some, it could be mindset, but I feel like it has to do with someone for many of you in the first quarter. Can we clarify the Five of Swords, please? One, two cards had fallen. Can we clarify the Five of Swords, please, for my Scorpios for the first quarter? For some of you, this is grief that's coming from something that already happened. You know, moments when you're just going about your day and all of a sudden you have a sensation of crying or of releasing emotions. That's what I'm feeling. Perhaps they're pent up and they're being released. Can we clarify the Five of Swords, please, for my Scorpios? Four of Cups. Let me see, bottom of the deck, Knight of Swords. The World card. Four of Discs. Whoa. There's a lot of, like, there's sadness, disappointment. Something didn't work out. I feel like in quarter one, you may come to that realization that something, it could be something or someone, like a relationship, is not working out for you. And I'll say you're going to have a mixed range of emotions. But I feel like it's just a disappointing feeling, like, you know, I tried, but it didn't work out. Because there's an ending here with the Four of Cups and the Five of Swords. Some of you, you know, it's interesting. We see light. See the sun coming through here and the sun in the background. For some of you, you're being guided towards something better. You can't always see it. Is there anything else my Scorpios need to know about this? Thank you. Wow, look at this. Nine of Cups. Remember in this deck we had the World card underneath the Knight of Swords? Some of you are moving, or this situation is moving. So there's going to be distance between you and that. We got death, rebirth, Scorpio energy. There's something that's changing, and some of you may not like it in Q1. I think it's more the discomfort than anything. You're being asked to shed you're being asked to shed a mindset, or to shed a way of being that may contain certain people. Almost as if you were in a musical or play or theater production and they're like, okay, scrap the set, tear it down, we're on to the next. That's what I'm feeling. Some of you, I know, I'm sensing, no, you need to make a change in Q1. And you may not like it because it may not be it may not be the decision, or may produce the outcome that you want. So just take note of that. If you're in a situation where you know you have to do something or express something, because we got the Sword and Cups energy. So for me, this is emotional, very emotional. So it could be someone very close to you. I feel like it's something you don't want to do, but you have to do. It could be simply like expressing your boundaries, or limiting contact, or breaking something off. There's a change, something that's shifting in some way in Q1. Massive transformation that's happening, because there's something about flying away with you guys. Keep hearing that song, and look at the bird up here, and then this little cup has wings. You're being guided to ascend, to fly away, to free. There's something about liberation or freedom. Some of you have been restricted for so long, and there's light. This could generally be the light that we see, moonlight, sunlight, but also your own inner light, your compass, your intuition. Something has to die in order to begin again. Any final messages? We're going to see what the final message is about Q1, please, for my Scorpios. I pulled another tarot deck. Okay. We got 3. We got 7 of Cups in reverse, 10 of Cups in reverse, Ace of Swords in reverse. Wow. Got a lot of sword energy. Look at this. This has to do with communication and speaking your truth. But there's a resistance on someone to hear that truth. There's a resistance that someone's not seeing this. I feel like some of you feel like it's more your energy than the others, where you have tried and tried again to change something. You're like, something has to change. It could be a mindset, a belief, but it's something concerning this relationship or situation, and it hasn't. It's almost like you've given many chances, and now there's no other way. With the sword energy, it's almost like you just have to cut it off. You come to that point. But there's a really deep emotional aspect here with the cups. You've given this situation multiple chances to change, and it hasn't. I feel like Q1, it's clean out, because you're realizing I'm not going into 2024 carrying this shit with me. Remember, this could be a decision, a mindset. For many, I'm getting some type of relationship or person energies around. I don't feel like you want to carry this in 2024. And during the holiday season in December, many folks put things on pause. Let's see your Q2. That'll be April, May, June. We have 9 of coins. This is what I got at the bottom of this deck here. Hold on. Not this one. Nope. 9 of Cups. Here we have 9 of Pentacles, coins. A little bit different. There's a freedom here. of growth, of blooming. You know, when you take a plant out of the shade, especially one that needs sun, it all of a sudden starts blooming again. This is what I'm feeling in quarter two. There's been something or someone around you, an energy that has, like the plant, like I just said, hasn't allowed you to bloom. It's held you back. It's been, I feel like, again, with the Seven of Cups in reverse, especially here, you've given the situation multiple opportunities, perhaps multiple one-on-one talks, a lot of time here. It's not working. Something needs to die in that relationship for it to be reborn, if it can be reborn. But I feel a sense of liberation here. Freedom. It's whatever has been attached to you energetically, it's almost as if you spring up. And it's allowing you to refocus. Because whenever you have anything around you, even if they're not physically near you, it could be a job, it could be a relationship. It's heavy when it's not a positive one. When it's a toxic environment or the situation itself has run its course, it can feel like there's a weight on you, like a weighted blanket. And I feel here there's liberation. Ironically, we have the 9. You're growing. You're ready to receive your blessings. There's a soul lesson connected to this that I'm feeling right away. What else do my Scorpios need to know, please, about the 9 of Coins? Interesting, because watermelons tend to grow in the summer. So we have this just around that time for the Northern Hemisphere folks. Early June. We got 9 of Cups. I asked for any more information and we got 9 of Cups. 9 nines are important. I'm going to write this down for Scorpios. We got 9 of Cups, 9 of Coins or Pentacles. Look at this. When you make that decision to release whatever it is that you need to in quarter 1, it's a big decision, especially with the Death Rebirth card. I feel like in quarter 2, April, May, June, this is when we have the equinoxes, spring and fall, depending on where you are in the hemispheres. And also we have the eclipses coming. Massive abundance happening. It's like the drapes, you know, those dark drapes people use to blackout drapes, I think they're called. It's like someone removed them from your life. The energy is very, the word escaped me. The energy is very felt. And so that's going to lift off. It's a very buoyant energy. I feel like whatever this deals with has obstructed you energetically in some way, having to do with your soul path, having to do with what makes you happy. Because there's something here that was diminishing, that almost like when you pull the plug on in the shower, you lift up the thingy and the water starts draining. That's what I feel like your energy, it's been draining. Because at the bottom of this, look what we have. 2 of Cups. I feel like there's a balancing harmony within you that's coming as a result. Let's look at quarter 3. July, August, September. I just went blank, you guys. We got Ace of Cups. So this is what I'm sensing. For those of you that are in relationships, some of you may end up in quarter 1 breaking it off with someone, ending it, or creating distance where you're like, you know what, I need some time away. And this creates the opportunity for you to get your ducks in the row, for you to connect back to your values, what you want to do, and to focus on that and grow. There's an opportunity in quarter 3, but I'm sensing fresh energy here. There's an opportunity here for a new relationship to come back. This could be the one that resurrected, and you're going to have to tune into your own intuition to see if this is someone or something that has shifted. But there's something brand new coming in quarter 3, July, August, September, during summer months, winter months. Because of this energy that you're in. This is huge. This is a big one, a big heart opener. Right away, I feel this. Huge opportunity for love or investing in entertaining and connecting to things that bring you so much happiness and joy. Very emotional energy. What else can the universe tell my Scorpios about this? Damn it, you keep getting this Three of Discs. In different, this is your third card in 3 different tarot cards that you got. Three of Discs speaks of teamwork, collaboration, coming together. And this has to do with pentacles, earth, coin energy, money, finances, career. You could meet this person at work, or you could simply open up to a new job opportunity or an expansive way in your career, a time of expansion in your career, of growth, meeting other people. There's new energies. There's something about the threes here with your energies. And I think that's going to have whomever is part of this, I feel like it's going to have an impact on you in Q3. Some of these people that I mentioned, you already know and you've been involved with them. I just feel there's an opportunity here that's growing with others during this time. For some, it could be love that you connect through in a workplace, career environment. For others, it's going to be expanding that area of your life big time. You're going to see it in the summer. Some of you do online work, online community, platforms, those type of things. Let's take a look at your final quarter. We have Q4, October, November, December. We have the Strength card, Leo energy. This is about not just overcoming something, but tapping into this leadership quality of yours that's calling for you to stand up for something that you believe in, something that you want to say, or something that you need to demonstrate in the final quarter. I didn't even get to say it. I'm like trying to say, can we get more information? And a card fell out. Knight of Discs. You got a preponderance of disc energy in your reading, Scorpios, for 2024. So many of you are focused on building your creations. You're creating something. You're focused on investing in yourself so that it reflects in your life. This could be, again, we've already gone through this, but I feel like it has to do with some way of expressing yourself creatively as it relates to your career, and it's going to really up-level you in 2024. There's growth here. Something that you may initiate or start or be a part of, perhaps it's going to require patience and growth. For any of you that have been used to things moving quickly or things accelerating quickly, the end of the year is going to show you that sometimes that's not the best way to make things work. Sometimes slow and steady wins the race is required, because both of these cards indicate patience, indicate, okay, enjoy the process, not necessarily the destination, right? Enjoy the journey. Take time to build things out. There's a saying that I'm getting. Good things come to those who wait. Anything else my Scorpios need to know, please, for their final quarter? The Fool card again. This is Aries energy, also co-ruled by Mars. Some of you are going out on your own. You're being pushed to do something on your own. It's interesting because I feel like it's related to some of these energies that I felt before. I feel like some of you are going to find love in the workplace or with people you know in that broader area. in work, career, and some of you are coming together to collaborate on certain projects, but I don't feel like you're meant to stay completely all the time with these people, for those of you that I'm speaking with, because I feel like in your final quarter, you're being asked to do something that may take courage. And I feel like it has a lot to do with your own stability. With all the pentacles we're getting here, this is speaking like creating your own business, becoming an entrepreneur, a freelancer, carving out a path or starting something new that has your name on it, your energy. And there's something here that's being denoted. Yes, it's going to take time to grow, but this is what you're being guided to do, to individuate. There's an individual energy here. And we see a planet here because we don't have any planets with rings that we can see on Earth, on our everyday existence. Generally, it's just the moon that we can see because it's closest to us. Same with the sun. Some of you may be interested in astrology and alternative healing, occult, that kind of thing. The biggest obstacle you'll face this year in 2024. The World card. This to me is getting out of your comfort zone. I don't know if any of you resonate with this, but I'm seeing right now ALF. ALF. It was a show from the 80s, I believe. Sorry about that, you all. A phone call came in. ALF. It's a movie from a TV show, excuse me, from the 80s. I see it. Anyways, ALF reminds me a little bit of the Aries Fool card. He was up to like taking little adventures in the home and doing things like that. I don't know if there's a connection there. Anyways, the biggest obstacle you'll face with the world, it's getting out of your comfort zone, expanding, trying new things. Some of you are comfortable in your home, in your bubble. And I feel like what you learned in 2023 is precisely helping you do this in 2024 to get out and do new things. You got Fool card twice here. You got beautiful energy in quarter two. Your reading overall is really good. Even though, I mean, good and bad, they're just words. I feel like you've got an amazing year ahead. And there are choices you have to make, but this is all helping you almost like get back on your path. Strong nodal energies for you. Some of you that are tapping in may have Aries North Node or have strong placements in Aries, because you've got this twice. And you got Three of Pentacles. So I feel like people that you're with are helping you weave this path and pointing you in that direction, but you're not meant to stay with those people. Doesn't mean they're going to leave, but you're not meant to rely on working with these people as part of what you do. There's an individuating here. Some of you are scared, hence the Strength card that I see here. So let's take a look and see what's the best way to overcome this. This one. Six of Swords. Try. Move from what you're used to doing and try something different. Shift your perspective. A lot of it has to do up here with mindset. Some of you are scared because of your perception that you're putting out there of what you feel things are going to look like. It's almost like you take a bunch of pictures. I don't know what they're called, but when you take pictures and a bunch of them snap at the same time. And I feel like you project what things are going to be like, but you haven't tried it yet. So there's something here about shifting your perspective, shifting your paradigm, looking at things in a different way, because that's going to help you make the progress that you need and that your soul is guiding you in 2024. Many of you're being asked to embark and build something from the ground up. It doesn't have to be a literal building, but it's to build something. You could be building and carving out your own life according to how you want to live, making or building your own business, building out your own belief systems. Point is, this has to do with investing in yourself, with your stability, For many, it's related to your career, your work, your job, and that in turn is related to how you bring in your money. So don't be afraid to try different things that you've never tried before, to look at things from a different perspective and go to different areas. Shift, move, because this indicates to geographic movement. Go to a different area, get inspiration. I'm getting astrocartography. Some of you, astrocartography may help you. Relocation astrology too, especially if it entails a larger move, but also visiting different places so you can get the energy and tap into the energy to optimize, especially if you have any transits that are happening at that time. Final overview of the year ahead. The Chariot, Cancer energy, change, new directions. Look at this. I don't know if I'm just speaking to one, but I feel like the Scorpios I'm connecting to, some of you have North Node Aries. I feel like your soul in 2024 is guiding you towards a new life direction. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to switch jobs or careers, but I feel like it's a new way of being, a new way of living, and following what feels true to you. This is another card indicating change, and this was the card to help you tackle that obstacle we mentioned about breaking free from what you've known and expanding. We have a bonus card. It just fell here. So I'm gonna take it. I'm like, where did this card come from? We have Two of Cups. I saw that before in another deck. If some of you have been feeling or have felt, especially in the last year, like your life was just, something was missing, like it didn't feel complete or whole, and I don't want to use the word balance because that's not even the feeling I'm getting. Something just didn't feel right. 2024 is going to offer that, but that means you got to do things in a way that feel good to your soul and that's calling you. For some of you, this is going to be new. It's going to be uncomfortable. Breaking free from existing patterns, existing ways of living, and certain people too that are holding you back. A lot of movement energy with the World card, Six of Swords, and the Chariot. Some of you are going to move in 2024. There's also a calling to explore the world. Some of you have been putting, this was the the challenge that you'll face in 2024. Some of you have been wanting to explore maybe other lands, different, or other cultures different from you, but some things will hold you back. You're being asked to follow this Fool card energy, to go. I'm hearing something about a nose and a flower. Go where your nose sniffs. Go where the flower blooms. Essentially follow the lead. You know how dogs sniff? Interesting, because today earlier I was sniffing a lot outside and people must have thought like, what is wrong with you? I kept smelling skunks and I'm pretty like obvious, but you're being asked in the same way to sniff. So follow your scent, like your sniffer, like dogs. You know how dogs locate things? Follow your scent. In other words, trust your intuition. Trust where everything is leading you. Sometimes it's sad because you got in your first quarter some energy, which was pretty, this is the energy you got. I feel like some changes you're going to make will disappoint others, especially people that don't want you to change. Beautiful energy. You're coming into harmony and union with yourself. For those of you that this connects to relationships too, you're going to call in relationships that are deeper, more meaningful, soulful as a result. Some of you have to get onto this path first to do this. And that could also mean deepening some of these existing relationships, especially if they've created distance or fallen apart. Okay, we're going to take a look at some oracle and see what else you need to know for your soul path in 2024. What else do my Scorpios need to know, please, for the rest of this year, 2024? What else do my Scorpios need to know, please, for the rest of this year? Okay. You've got like 4 cards here. We'll take it. You've got semi-sextile, which is an aspect. It's a pretty minor one. Allowing, encourages, sees the potential in, clarifies, gives hope to, compensates, intuits, tempers, responds, cycles, grows, realizes rewards. We've got Scorpio. You all appeared here. The powerhouse. Transformative, intense, passionate, secretive, carnal, thorough, obsessive, intimate, primal, lusty, deep, eternal, resourceful, mysterious, regenerative, compulsive, destructive, manipulative. This was the energy, the power. Remember I mentioned earlier? Some of you are working with an ancestor. This was, I had a count. Your spirituality sector. You guys have a lot of power and magic to wield, and you're learning in 2024 how to use it. Some of you were I'm hearing alchemical elements. So you're really good with working with the elements. Fire, water, air, earth, in the spiritual world. Some of you could have been shamans in past lives. You got square with this challenge. Creates tension, stalls, sounds the alarm, motivates, pressures into, frustrates, demands, struggles, reorients, hurts, works out, reconciles. The square for me is indicative of some of the energies we talked about, especially with relationships or situations that they've been on repeat essentially, but nothing has changed. Finally, we have the 9th house, seeking. This is it, guys. The world. Foreign travel, adventure, higher education, customs, faith, beliefs, pilgrimages, spiritual quests, aspirations, journalism, religion, gurus, risk-taking. Some of you may have North Node in 9th house, or you may have prominent placements in your 9th house right now. Some of you may have your Scorpio in the 9th house. Amazing confirmation. Your soul is very much ready. You're feeling it. Some of you are feeling like you have to break away from the old. And again, the old can mean a lot of things, but it could also be scary and sad and so many emotions in once, because that could mean leaving behind certain people and realizing that they have come to their end. The timer has gone off with that. What else do my Scorpios need to know, please, for 2024, for their soul path? In 2024, you're recognizing the immense amount of power you have, because some of you have been holding back on it and dimmed it. Almost like you put it in the basement or the attic, you archived it. That's what I'm getting with you guys. We have forgiveness. I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. Here. We also have freedom. I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. This is what I'm feeling, especially with the Fool card energy. You got Aries a few times in here. The 9th house. You guys are taking ownership, taking charge in 2024 for your happiness. And it has to relate to 2023 and a guide, an ancestor. Something about like the connection to another life, galactic, interdimensional, or the other side as we know it here on Earth, right? Basically folks that have transitioned. What else do my Scorpios need to know, please, for 2024? I didn't look, but I felt a thick amount of cards fall. I feel like there's a lot of messages coming through for you guys, because some of you are not listening to yourself, to your innate voice. It's like you doubt, or you suspect something is not right. And you guys are really, really connecting to yourself strongly. We have devotion. It's hard to see. Got 2 dancers. Labyrinth. You guys are creating your own path. You're being guided in 2024. It's time, to demarcate that and to follow your intuition to do that. Fool card energy here. action. Solitude. We got the fox in the background. You see it? Unplug. Some of you need to get away from the noise and people around you and connect to yourself consistently, because you're going to get your next puzzle piece in 2024, and just continuously. It's not just a one-time puzzle piece. You're going to get your puzzles that you need to take the next step. This is part of your journey. Some of you are beginning or starting over in an area of your life simply with a new approach. And there's a need for your guides, your spiritual team to connect with you, but you got to get rid of that noise around you. It's easy sometimes when people are telling you things to pay attention and to listen to them. Some of you simply need to disconnect from everything, social media, other people, because we see nature. You see? What else do my Scorpios need to know for their soul path? Anything else the universe wants them to know for 2024? Thank you. Okay, you got two cards here. Fiona and the Unicorn. It's a 29, which reduces to an 11. The gift of sacred sight. To me, this speaks of clairvoyance, but also connection to the divine. I feel like what some of you see through your third eye in a clairvoyant sense, you don't believe. This could be a gift opening up for some of you in 2024, and some of you, you're opening up or have already to this. We also got 31, which reduces to a 4. Once upon a midnight dreary. Creativity, genius, writing, expression, artistic flow. This confirms what I said earlier. Many of you, your story needs to be told. Your life story in different pieces, the way you express yourself, however you like to do it, blogging, speaking through podcasting, interviews, talks, like speaking engagements. I sense that opportunity coming, especially with the travel, maybe retreats and getting connected to like-minded folks, pilgrimages, where you're solo. It doesn't have to be long. It could be local too. It could be a tour through the forest, for example. I also sense with you all sharing of these in ways to help other people learn on their journey. This is big time coming in 2024. You guys are carving your name and a path out for this. Okay. What guidance does the universe have, please, for my Scorpios in terms of self-care? What is something that they should pursue, engage in, or re-engage in, cultivate, nourish? Okay, thank you. Okay, we got 3 self-care oracle. 14, which connects to a 5. Connect with your ancestors. I almost feel like saying yes. That's a theme that I've been saying, you guys. Strong ancestor coming through. Someone, you have a grandfather. He almost reminds me of a modern day Santa Claus with the white gray beard that I mentioned. Very nurturing, bear hug. Gives me the energy too of like flannel. I don't know how to explain it. Just comfort. Anyways, your ancestors are strong, coming through. They're going to give you more guidance, more messages. I feel like many of you are going to train. You're going to have an ancestor, or plural, that are going to help train you, especially with your power. Some of them were, what do they call them? I forgot the name. I want to say magicians, but it's not. They just knew how to work with the elements. And I'm getting these folks, it's a lineage thing. For some, and some of them, they didn't know about it. But those who did were able to just manifest things quickly, work with elements. It's like magic potions. I don't know how to describe it. So genealogy, your lineage, ancestry, altar, coming through strongly. This is something that you may want to look into, something to hone. It's easier when you create a little space. It doesn't have to be big. You can put a photo of an ancestor or their name or something that represents them, or you feel represents them, in a candle, and simply connect with them daily. It doesn't take long. They're always present. We also got, and look, we got the third eye here being illuminated. So that's a chakra, an energy center here that could also be something to nurture throughout 2024. We got sync with the moon, 51, which reduces to a 6. We have 51, sync with the moon. I felt here that some of you are going to get into more of these alternative practices in 2024, but not just, okay, we're going to try it out with consistency. There's something coming through about being consistent and with regularity. So with the moon, this is another way that allows you to connect with the energies that are coming through for you, also to guidance from your spiritual team and ancestors as well. Finally, we have 44, sex. There is strong presence with the moon energy, because the moon is the birthplace of the cosmos and the Thema Mundi, right? I always like, to me, it comes out as an umbilical cord, and it rules over Cancer. So it rules over like the birthing process, the mother, the inner environment, our intuition. And then you have 44, sex. So some of you are being asked to explore this more, but I feel like it has to do because sex, our sexual expression and power rests with the sacral chakra, which is the seat of that. And there's strong emphasis here on your creative expression, like I mentioned earlier. This is also allows you to connect to this power, to this energy, I feel, in a very positive way. It's different. It's another way of expression and of using that energy. For some of you, this could also indicate simple passion and connecting in your relationships, and however way you want to, regardless of whether or not you're in a relationship, I'll say. But it also means exploring what it means to you, sex, self-pleasure, because there's something here creative that's wanting to be birthed. So there's different energies here I'm sensing. It's interesting because we've got an energy here of, oh my gosh, I'm hearing that song, Life Will Go On. But this is like death, and then after you're connecting to, and then you have energies about birth and cycles here. So this to me is speaking with your self-care about nurturing this creative process within yourself overall. You got very powerful practices. And many folks follow the moon cycle for their menstruation, their period, and also for engaging in sex, because they track their ovulation for natural reasons. So that's something that's coming through here too. Balancing, I'm hearing. Some of you may want to look into that for balancing hormones. Let's get your spirit animal messages. See what messages they have for you for 2024. Okay. What else do my Scorpios need to know, please, for 2024? Okay, we got one. We got Loon, intuitive. Listen to the song in your soul. Trust your intuition as you have a way of knowing. Emerge from the busy life and seek more solitude. Second card that spoke of solitude. Recognize that you are unique and that you are loved. I feel like some of the Scorpios tapping into, you may feel like you're an oddball, you're weird. You may feel like you don't fit in and what you have to say doesn't contribute, and you're really wrong about that. I feel like your ancestors are going to help give you a boost, like a smack in the energetic butt, and be like, yo, wake up. You have a lot of power to use. That's why I get a lot of syncing. You get energies around connecting especially to source, divine, connecting to the moon, connecting to your ancestors. Sex is connecting to a partner as well, but you can engage in this self-care. And what is it? Sex as a self-care practice. What do they call it? Self-care pleasure? Self-pleasuring? I forgot what they call it. You get my drift though. This is another way to connect to yourself and to your creative power and energy. So there's something here about that. 2024, I feel like you're gonna harness yourself. You're gonna come out and you're gonna be like, yep. You're gonna connect to yourself on such a deep level. Any messages the archangels have, please, for my Scorpios? What else do my Scorpios need to know? Okay, we're gonna pluck. Archangel Zariel. We got two wolves here. Give and receive love. Obey the spiritual laws. I feel like many of you, because I mentioned earlier, some of you may have experienced betrayal. Let me hold it up again, because I heard hold it up longer. Here. I feel like those of you that have been betrayed when you were young, or people have promised you things and they didn't follow through, and that's carried on into your now adulthood, into your life right now. I feel like, again, I mentioned that. That's why some of you don't readily reciprocate. And it may be something unconscious that you may not realize. It's like a holding back energy to see first, almost like a way of testing people to see if they're going to give to you or if they're just trying to take something. And this is why I feel like there's a strong focus on connection, like I mentioned, with your self-care, connecting with the moon, ancestor, sex, connecting to your spirituality, because you got that strongly with Six of Cups, and I already mentioned about the giving and receiving here. I feel like you're going to practice this in the spiritual sense, because you are giving by honoring your ancestors, honoring the cycles of the moon, honoring the connection to yourself, especially with your sexual practice, in a healthy way. I'll say, be healthy, guys, and safe. This is one way you're going to start receiving too. So you're learning it, I feel, in 2024 in a very spiritual, energetic way. This is the Scorpio way, I have to say. They're, instead of saying like, just give to a human, you'll see they'll give back. You're like, no, I need to learn it a different way. Universe is like, we're bringing ancestors from the other side in. This is so Scorpio. Can we get a final message, please, from the archangels? What does Archangel Michael have to relate to my Scorpios for 2024? I'm hearing Roy Orbison's song, You Got It. He was the one that sang Pretty Woman, but the song is You Got It. Did one card flip? No, we didn't. Okay, we're gonna pluck one. We got 17, which reduces to an 8. It's time to play. You're working too hard and worrying about everything. Seek out joyous experiences to bring balance into your life. This looks like a big ass coin, but maybe it's a frisbee. The bottom of the deck, we have Let It Go. Holy smokes. These readings have been so deep, my Scorpios. I hope this reading has helped someone. I hope it's resonated. Comment down below. Feel free to come back and comment as things unfold. I always recommend taking distance from any readings that you engage in and just forgetting about them and letting things flow and seeing how it goes for you. It's important not to hold on too tightly to any outcomes or any of that. Anyways, I want to thank you for being here. If this has helped in any way, if you found anything useful and you enjoy this, I would so appreciate it if you could hit the thumbs up button, as it really supports my channel as I'm growing. Anyways, Thank you so much for being here again. I'm wishing you a beautiful rest of 2023 and an amazing 2024. I sense so many new exciting things happening for you guys. Take care and I'll see you soon.